Welcome to Willow's World of DIY. I'm Willow. Today I'm going to show you guys how to drain and flush the sediment out of a hot water heater. Let's get to it. Okay, the first thing you want to do is turn your gas valve from on to pilot. And this will keep the burner from coming on while the tank is empty, because that will destroy the tank. When you shut off your cold water inlet valve, and you want to hook up a garden hose to the drain. Now we can open this valve. There's several ways that you have to open a valve, either on a faucet. You can crack this nut here to let air in, or you can open up this TPV valve to let air in. This is a thermal pressure release valve, and what it does is if the pressure gets too high inside the tank, because the tank gets too hot, this opens up and allows pressure to escape so this doesn't become a missile. So one of the problems with cracking these open on an older hot water heater is that they're prone to leak once you unseal them. You might have to replace this TPV valve. So if you're working on an older hot water heater, it's probably best to open up your hot water exit pipe and let air in through there. But I like to open them from the TPV valve, just because if it leaks, then I can replace it, and I think it's a good thing because that's your safety measure on the hot water tank. I'll go ahead and crack this one open because we can't really get this valve to stay open because of the wall. I'm going to go ahead and crack this open here. You want to open a faucet, hot water side of a faucet valve when you open this, so that water doesn't come out of this pipe as you disconnect it. And you can just disconnect it. Just like that. Alright, so while the hot water heater is draining, I go outside to where I have the hose, and I get a cup, preferably a white one or a clear one, so that you can drain the water into it, and you can see the sediment that's coming out of your hot water heater. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a few flakes in there. It's probably not in focus. Alright, now our hot water heater has completely drained. This one took about 20 minutes. This is a 40 gallon. It'll all depend on what size of hot water heater you have. If you have, a 50, 60, 70 gallon, it's going to take longer. So 20 minutes on a 40 gallon. Now that it's all completely drained out, we're going to take some Teflon tape and retape up the hot water outlet pipe and reconnect that. Okay, now we can reconnect this line. I leave the drain valve open and I open back your cold water fill valve. And this will help stir up any sediment and flush it out. Okay. Okay, now you can see now we're going to take a look at what the water looks like now with the valve on and all that sediment getting stirred up and flushing out of the hot water heater. Check this out. You see how black that is? You can't even see the bottom of the cup. So you're gonna wanna let that drain and stir all that up. Monitor the hose and the water that's coming out of it until this black stops. You know, you want this water to start looking clear again. So that'll let you know when that sediment's all completely flushed out of it. Okay, I've had the water running with the cold water fill valve open and the drain valve open for about 15 minutes now. As you can see, the water's nice and clear. No more blackness, no more sediment. So now we're gonna go ahead and close our drain valve. And let this fill up. You wanna crack the TPV valve to let any air escape as the water is rising up. And this will prevent, when you turn on the faucets, so much blowout. I mean, you're still gonna get some, but not much. And you'll be able to hear a little bit of a different sound once the water starts coming up to here. And you'll feel this pipe, it'll get cold, so you know that your water level has risen all the way. Now you can leave that closed. Now we can disconnect our hose. And we can turn the gas back on. Okay, that's it for draining and flushing the hot water heater. I like to do this at least once a year. We rented out this house, so I actually haven't drained this hot water heater in the last 4 years. That's why it was so black. Usually I don't get it, it's usually not that black, but it's a good practice to do it once a year. This is an older hot water heater, and you can see that it's, you know, it's older and it's lasted because I drain it every year, and it's still doing great. After you have everything closed off and sealed up, water's on, you have the gas on, you can hear the burner going. Once this comes up to temperature, you want to check wherever this TP valve line exits. For me, it's outside, so I always check it to make sure it's not leaking, because like I said, a lot of times these will drip after you crack them open. So you can always tap the end of this, you know, with a screwdriver or a wrench or something to get it to seal up a little bit. But if it continues to drip, you're going to want to go ahead and replace this TPV valve. And like I said, this is your safety precaution on this hot water heater, so it's a good thing to replace if it's leaking. I hope you all found this video helpful. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching Willow's World of DIY. Until next time.